Hello everyone, my name is Luis Camina. I come from Sons of Chaos Latam. We are here with Mike's from 100 Thieves. In the interview, congratulations on your victory. How do you feel after this hard match?
Thank you. Obviously, we feel pretty good. This was a pretty big match for us to win to keep our playoff hopes alive. And obviously, Fury has been a pretty good team this season, so it was nice to beat them.
Okay, they are tied in the table now with four in points. How difficult will it be to qualify to playoffs right now?
I think it mostly depends for both of us if we win our next game. I'm pretty sure if they win their next game, they're in regardless. And then I think that's pretty much the case for us as well, unless there's some other asterisk next to that. The main thing is if people drop to 4 and 5, that's when the tiebreakers get a little bit more hairy, I think. So obviously the goal for us is to go out and win versus MIBR.
Yeah, of course. And your next match is against my VR. Do you think it's a good for you, or will be a difficult match to do a depression to qualify?
It's hard to say right now because obviously Heat is inactive on the roster. I'm not exactly sure why, but they have someone else standing in for him. And I think he's a really great player for that roster, but teams also change how they play a lot when they have a different player in, especially for a duelist. So it kind of takes the prep work out of it sometimes because you don't exactly know how they're going to play. Are they going to change comps? Do they favor different maps now that this guy isn't playing there? So I don't think anything is straight up favored for anyone.
Okay, and also as a coach, how difficult or stressful has this tournament been?
I think most tournaments are stressful for coaches regardless. Obviously this one didn't start off as hot as we wanted. Obviously there's some matches that the C9 one, the Sentinels one, even the Loud one sting a little bit. Mostly the C9 and the Loud one was the second map. Probably could have took it the distance and gone third map to, I think, Haven for both series. And I think we always stood a really good chance to close out the series on Haven against both those teams, just because we're pretty reliable on Haven. And then Sentinels was obviously a tough loss too. So, but for us, it's all about how you finish. So we feel like we can do a good job these next few weeks and have a good chance in playoffs if we make it as well.
And also talking about the playoffs, some teams are talking about the meta will be changed. Do you have any prepared strategy for that, or they just gonna prepare every team for every week they're gonna face?
I think you kind of narrow it down, at least from a prep work side of, likely matchups. If you think one team is going to beat another team in their bracket, you might focus on the more favored team. I think with stuff like meta changes, it kind of depends on what maps teams have been playing a lot in the tournament. Have they been playing a weird off-meta comp that they can only get one use out of? An example might be like C9 Ascent. They ran like the old Loud Viper comp, we swapped off our Viper comp too. So I think everything is up for grabs for meta in terms of people pulling out one-time comps to stand a good chance in playoffs, especially like lower seed teams, or maybe pulling out a surprise map pick. So I think anything can change.
And for last, do you have any anecdote or history you can tell us about it in this tournament?
Sorry, any what for this tournament?
History or anecdote?
History?
Yeah, in this tournament, something do you want to tell us about in the as of a personal way?
I think these formats are a little bit hard for people, I think, because it's very reactionary every week, depending on wins or losses, how people perceive teams. And I think from a team side point of view, everyone feels like everyone's pretty dangerous. So I think for everyone, we kind of view most teams as equals, even if teams' records don't reflect it. I feel like the second you let up, it's very easy for any team to take advantage of that. So I don't know if that answers your question, sorry.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. And I hope you win against my VR. And good luck to the next week. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you. Have a good one.